Hello everyone, my name is Sultan Saleh Al-Buraiki and today I'm going to talk about how to buy ethical chocolate, Eradication of Child Labor by Mars. Purchasing ethical chocolate is a crucial decision for customers who are worried about how their purchases will affect society and the environment. Products that are made with consideration for the environment and the well-being of laborers, including the elimination of child labor, are often referred to as ethical chocolate. One of the biggest producers of chocolate in the world, Mars, has taken part in a number of campaigns to address the problem of child labor in the cocoa industry. The issue of child labor in cocoa production. Child labor in cocoa production has been a long-standing issue, particularly in West Africa, which produces a significant portion of the world's cocoa. Children in these regions are often found working in hazardous conditions, which can include using dangerous tools, carrying heavy loads, and being exposed to harmful chemicals. Ethical chocolate is produced under fair trade practices, ensuring that farmers and workers receive fair compensation for their labor. It also involves sustainable farming practices that protect the environment and the health of those who live in cocoa producing regions. Ethical chocolate often carries certifications such as Fair Trade, Rainforest Alliance, or UTZ, indicating adherence to certain ethical standards. Mars commitment to ethical chocolate. Mars has publicly committed to addressing the issue of child labor in its supply chain and promoting ethical chocolate production. The company has launched several initiatives aimed to improving the livelihoods of cocoa farmers and ensuring that children are not ex- exploited in cocoa farms. 1. The Cocoa for Generations Strategy. Mars introduced the Cocoa for Generations strategy, aiming to source all its cocoa from responsible and sustainable sources. The strategy focuses on protecting children, preserving forests, and improving farmer income. Mars has committed significant resources toward achieving these goals, including financial investment in cocoa producing regions. 2. Partnership with certification schemes. Mars works closely with various certification bodies, such as Fairtrade and the Rainforest Alliance, to ensure that the cocoa used in its product is sourced ethically. These certifications require adherence to strict standards regarding labor practices and environmental conservation. 3. Supporting community development. Recognizing that poverty is the root cause of child labor, Mars invests in community development projects that aim to improve the overall well-being of cocoa producing communities. These projects include building schools, improving access to healthcare, and providing agriculture training to farmers to increase their yields and income. 4. Transparency and traceability. Mars is working towards greater transparency in its cocoa supply chain. The company aims to trace its cocoa back to the individual farms, ensuring that it can verify the condition under which the cocoa was produced. This level of traceability is crucial for eradicating child labor and ensuring that ethical practices are followed. How consumers can support ethical chocolate. As a consumers, there are several ways to support the production of ethical chocolate and contribute to the eradication of child labor. Look for certifications. Purchase chocolate products that carry ethical certifications such as Fairtrade, Rainforest Alliance, or UTZ. These labels indicate that the products meet certain ethical standards. Support companies with ethical commitments. Choose products from companies that have made clear commitment to ethical chocolate production and are transparent about their efforts to eradicate child labor. Educate yourself and others. Become informed about the issues surrounding chocolate production and share this knowledge with others. Awareness is a critical step toward change. Support organizations and companies that work toward ethical chocolate production and the eradication of child labor in the industry. Buying ethical chocolate is a powerful way for consumers to demand change in the chocolate industry. By choosing products that are produced responsibly, consumers can contribute to the eradication of child labor and the improvement of living conditions in cocoa producing regions. Mar's efforts in this area, including the Cocoa for Generation strategy and partnership with certification schemes, demonstrate a commitment to ethical chocolate production. However, ongoing vigilance and consumer support are essential to ensure that these initiatives lead to real and lasting change in the industry. Now we will have discussion forum questions and indicative answers. Should chocolate makers like Cadbury and Nestle be held accountable for the actions of their suppliers? Is it their responsibility to ensure that their suppliers produce cocoa without using child labor or child slave labor? Yes, companies like Cadbury and Nestle should be held accountable for their suppliers' actions. It is their responsibility to ensure ethical sourcing, including the eradication of child and slave labor in cocoa production. Ethical supply chains reflect on the brand's values and impact consumer trust. How effective are agreements like the Harkin-Engel Protocol? Do they do enough to correct the situation? The Harkin-Engel Protocol has raised awarenesses but has faced criticism for not fully achieving its goals. While it set a framework for action, the persistent issue of child labor indicates that more rigorous measures and enforcement are needed. If you were Nestle's CEO, what would you do? Buy the more expensive fair trade cocoa or continue to put the less expensive, less ethical cocoa? As a Nestle's CEO, I would invest in fair trade cocoa despite the higher costs. This decision aligns with the ethical practices, enhances brand reputation, and meets growing consumer demand for responsibly sourced products. Long term, this could also lead to more sustainable supply chains and consumer trust. As a consumer, what responsibility, if any, do you bear for eliminating the use of child slave labor and child labor in the production of chocolate? Does the knowledge that chocolate that does not bear the fair trade symbol is likely to have been produced using child slave labor change how you feel about buying the product? Consumers bear significant responsibility in influencing industry practices through their purchasing decisions. Knowing the implications of non-fair trade chocolate, it becomes a moral choice. Prioritizing ethical products can drive demand for responsibly sourced cocoa, motivating companies to adopt fair labor practices. Thanks a lot for your listening. This is the end of our presentation. Thanks again.